Alright guys, I've been trying to fix the lighting since I was filming my two previous Insta videos, so if this eyebrow looks darker than this one, I swear to you that it's not. We just can't figure it out. So we're gonna deal with it or I'm never gonna get this video done. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you watched my Insta stories yesterday and you know that I tried to film this video yesterday, but I was in a mood where like, you could tell I was just all over the place. Everything kept going wrong. My mom kept calling me. The SD card filled up. I couldn't speak properly, which is me on a daily, but I couldn't speak properly even more than usual. So there's that. But how rude of me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christy Yvette of Christy Classified. And if you're not new, hi, welcome back. I bet you thought I wasn't gonna post another video this week. You're like, she posted 2 in her big comeback. That's all she's gonna do. Gotcha there. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be one that I set up a poll on my Instagram story and asked you if you all wanted to see, and a good portion of you said heck yes. So today we're going to be doing the Naked Heat from Urban Decay versus the Magnify Eye Spice edition from Rimmel London. Now I know that this video has been done before, but y'all wanted to see it and I kind of want to test it out for myself. So let's go ahead and jump into this video, shall we? Okay, that took a lot of energy out of me. I need some soda. Me and my sister went to Chipotle. I love Chipotle. Do you guys like Chipotle? I love Chipotle. So I was organizing my makeup the other day and I opened these and I was like, holy guacamole! Those look like so similar. It is crazy. Crazy. They're obviously off by like a little bit. So I'm really curious to see what the pigmentation is like, what the fallout difference is in the two. I was really looking in the Rimmel one, like if there was a mirror there, but there's not. I just couldn't remember if I primed my lids, and I already did. But I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer. I've really been liking the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer as primer. I think because of how quickly it dries and like how matte it dries, I feel like the eyeshadow just sticks to it really, really well, and the pigmentation just like pops. So I've really been liking it for priming the eyes. Just patting it in. This is the shade Fair Warm, and honestly it's like super pale. Like it's almost white, I'm not gonna lie, but I really like it for that reason, because I feel like it really helps the color pigmentation just stick out, at least on my skin tone. On my skin tone. I really need to get my eyebrows done. I don't know what they're doing, and my sister keeps criticizing them, and it's also because I ran out of my favorite eyebrow pencil, and it's just been a struggle, so they look like 2 hairy caterpillars on top of my eyes. That was unnecessary, but it happened. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel one on this side, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay one on this eye. So on my left eye we'll see Urban Decay, on my right we'll see Rimmel, and I'm going to be using the colors that kind of match up from each palette and go from there. Clouds just covered the sun because the lighting so changed on my video like drastically in like a second, and I'm a little bit concerned. I look ridiculous. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to go into the Urban Decay palette first, and we're going to go into this shade right here. This is why I don't film YouTube video, guys, because my sister makes me...
You said this is why I don't film YouTube video.
This is why I stayed off YouTube, because my sister hurts my self-confidence, guys. So you can thank her for not YouTube.
You're so ugly.
Alright! We're gonna go into the Urban Decay palette now, and I'm gonna go into the shade Chaser.
I'm so sorry, I'll be walking. Oh god.
I'm not gonna do that again, but we're gonna go into the shade Chaser, and we're gonna use this pointed crease brush from MAC. And we're just gonna start adding a transition shade on my eye. I love this brush so much for like the crease area or transition shades, but there's one little pelito somewhere in there, one little brush hair that always pokes the crap out of my eye, and it hurts, but I like vibe through the pain because I love how this brush blends things out. Like, it hurts right now, I can feel it. It's somewhere in there, but I can't see it. That's a really pretty cool toned brown. It blended out super nice, and it's a really pretty transition shade just to kind of set that area in place. I really like it. Alright, and using a similar brush but from Crown Brush, we're going to go into this shade right here from the Rimmel palette. Already, I can tell you that the Urban one is more pigmented. It is definitely appearing a lot more on my eye than the Rimmel one. Oh my god, have you guys seen those videos for like the Momo challenge thing? That's freaking terrifying. Like, that's really scary. But my sister tagged me in something in Twitter, and it's like, you guys are freaking out over this whole Momo challenge, but you have no idea what we had to deal with. And one of them was that maze game where like you have to move that little square to the red spot, and it just keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and then it's a screaming scary lady at the end. Oh my god, I scared my baby cousin with that once. I was such an evil person. He was like terrified. Sorry, Brett. Sorry about it. So it's funny because after I added the second layer to the Rimmel one, it looks a little bit more, my foot is falling asleep. I have to like sit on top of like 2 pillows to get into like the perfect position whenever I'm filming this, and sometimes I have to sit on top of my legs, but like my feet fall asleep. So, short people problems. Also, I keep looking down. I'm like learning to get used to filming with my computer screen as like the viewfinder type area thing. So I apologize. Oh, my foot's really asleep. Okay, I'm over it. So anyways, it looks a little bit more pigmented and pronounced now, but also the Urban one is a lot more cool toned than the Rimmel one. The Rimmel one has a little bit more of a warmth to it. It's a little bit more on the pink side, which, I mean, you know, these are both, they're warm tone palettes. Like, these are the tones. These are warm tone, but those browns are like, the Urban one is a little bit more cool toned than the Rimmel one. I think the Rimmel one has a little bit more of a pink to it, more of a red brown, and the Urban one's a little bit more of a true brown. Alright, and now we're going to go in with the Morphe M513 brush, and we're going to start building up the color in the crease. And I'm going to go, I'm like making sure that I have like similar shades before I do this. I'm going to go into the shade Low Blow, which is this one right here from the Urban palette. I'm going to start putting this into the crease. And I'm just tapping and then blending. Would you guys like to see like a blending for beginners type video? Because I feel like that would be, I have a hole in my sock and my toesy was peeking through and it felt weird. Just thought I should put that out there. But like a blending for beginners video and like what kind of brushes I like to use, let me know, because I feel like that'd be a fun video to do, especially because I could do a voiceover, because I'm really weird sometimes when filming these because I like don't know what to say like how to talk and function like a human being, you know? So I think you can see it on camera, but I have like a weird dark spot right here, and it's like not blending out. It's just kind of getting stuck there. I don't really see that anywhere else except like right here. Do you see that? Hello, why are you not blending? Alrighty, and now I'm gonna get, I know I have another one. We're gonna get another Morphe M513 brush, and we're gonna go into this shade right here on the Rimmel palette, which is similar to Low Blow in the Urban palette. Already, like, I can tell you that the Urban one had a lot more pigmentation when I first started pressing it in and blending out. But I'm not having any problems with blending the Rimmel ones. Like, they're blending super nice, I will tell you that. So they both kind of do the same thing. They both blend out really nicely into this like almost like camel reddish brown. And they tend to have like a darker middle. Like in the more concentrated area where you pat in the shadows, it has like a darker brown, but as you buff it out, it buffs out to like a camel reddish brown. But that's more profound on the Urban side, and like I actually have like a patch right here. I don't know if you could see it. It's like a patch, and there's like super dark right here. The color just kind of sticks right here, and it won't like buff out. And then over here, I feel like it's like nothing. Like the color stuck over here, even though I started here. It's weird. But this one, I blended out evenly, and that dark shadow shifts evenly throughout the crease. Do you see that? There is like a weird like skip right here, but I think that's my fault. I think it's from the concealer underneath. But I'm really impressed by the Rimmel side. Yeah, I really like how the Rimmel side blended. Interesting. Moving on, I'm gonna go into this color. I really can't get over how much I like the Rimmel side right now. I don't know what's happening on the Urban side, but we're gonna go into this shade right here on the Urban Decay Naked Heat, and it is called He Devil. I probably will stop talking in this accent in just a little bit, but I'm kind of enjoying it right now, so I'm just gonna go about to my day. Trying to find two similar brushes that I can use. I think these two are similar. Yes, perfect! I have two Luxie 141 mini round brushes just from two different collections. One's like their normal pink, and then the other one's from like a pretty gold collection that I think I got in my BoxyCharm. Like the theme was like all gold on the BoxyCharm or something like that. I can't remember. My pillow shifted, so I shrunk. There we go. I'm tall again! Okay guys, let's go into He Devil. And I loaded up the brush with the product. And now I'm gonna really work on patting this into the outer V and into the crease. Now I'm patting it in before I go in and blend it out. And I'm going to take that same Morphe brush from before, the M513, and use that in little circle motions to buff it out. That deepened the eye look really nicely. I really like how that deepened it. It's still, for some reason, like color isn't grabbing on right here. Alright, so now we're going to take my other mini round brush and we're going to dip into, oh god, my nail. We're going to dip into this shade right here, which is the equivalent to He Devil from the Urban palette. And, ooh, that one, she's pigmented. This one really, she really popped. I'm really liking this Rimmel palette. I like the Urban palette. I wasn't happy with it at first right now. But I'm liking it. Where's this one? Okay, see, something's going on in the Urban one where the color is like sticking right here. Like that darker shade, and it's making everything cling on top of it. But like there's no like depth going on over here. But if you look at the Rimmel side, the color grows throughout the entire crease. And I really like that. It's buffing out so pretty. And I feel like on the Rimmel side, yeah, on the Rimmel side, you can, I just noticed you could see my light. On the Rimmel side, you can really see like the transition of colors. And I'm using the exact same methods, packing and like how I'm blending everything out. My camera's about to stop recording. Hold on. Haha, camera, I beat you to it. So anyways, my camera after 20 minutes always stops recording. So it was hitting that point, which kind of scares me. That means this video is going to be really long. Sorry guys. But I really feel like the Rimmel side is just blending and you can see the transitions of the shades. I don't know. That's just me. Before we deepen up the crease any further, I want to go ahead and cut the crease really quick so we can test out the shimmery colors as well. So let me do that really quick and I'll be right back. Alright, enough of that. So I went ahead and I cut both the creases. I wasn't sure if I was recording, but I am. And so now I'm going to take this Profusion brush and I'm going to use the flat shader side because I got two of these babies right here. And I'm going to go into the Urban side first, and I'm going to go into Lumbre, this one right here. No, not that one. This one right here. It's a pretty metallic. I'm going to pack it. I don't like that one. Actually, I'm going to go into Scorched right here, this shade. I didn't want to go into Scorch because I feel like it's going to look a lot like my look that I did with my James Charles palette, but it's just calling to me, so we're going to do it. So without wetting it or anything like that, it's pigmented. I like how it looks. So in the Rimmel palette, we're going to go into this shade right here, which is very similar to Scorched. Alright, so those are both on the eyes now, and I can tell you that the Rimmel Metallic has a little bit more of like a chunky consistency to it. So like when you put it on the eye, it like kind of balls up a little bit. It has like little balls, and the Urban one does that too, but not as bad. Here are the two shades swatched this way. So the top one is the Rimmel one and the bottom one is the Urban Decay one, and I don't know if you can tell on camera. Actually, it's so funny because when they're swatched, the Urban one has more of that like grainy look to it, but on the eye, the Rimmel one has more of that grainy look. So that's interesting, but the Rimmel one definitely has a little bit more of like a sheen to it, like a brighter metallic-y sense to it. So I'm going to clean up my under eye area really quick off camera and put on some mascara. And then we're going to finish up the eye look. And I will tell you my final verdict on which palette I liked better. Guys, I swear I've had the worst luck trying to film this video. My camera just died and like, it's been a mess. So I went ahead and I finished off my face makeup and applied some mascara. And I also went in with Enfuego and Ashes from the Urban palette, and these two shades right here from the Rimmel palette, just to kind of go ahead and define the crease area and on my lower lash line. And so I did this and I thought the camera was still recording, but then the battery died. But I'm kind of happy that the battery died, because because that happened, I realized that the metallic on this eye doesn't stick to the area that I placed it on. It transferred up into the crease, and it did not do that on the urban side. Like, it stuck into the area exactly where I put it. I have definitely like more of a defined cut crease if you look at this side, versus this side it kind of looks messy now because it's transferring up into this part of the crease. So I really like how the urban eye looks, because it looks very defined. It looks like, hey, she tried to do like a half cut crease. It actually looks like that. And the Rimmel one doesn't, and it's kind of starting to look messy in this area. Like, I don't know if the shadow's wearing off, but that's kind of what it looks like. And this side looks neat, except for this inner corner where I told you guys the color just isn't sticking. There's just no pigmentation right here. I don't know why, but it's just not sticking. We're gonna take the Rimmel palette. We're gonna wait for the camera to want to focus. And I'm gonna take this brush and just pat lightly into the shadows. I don't know if you can see the fallout, but there is fallout on shadows, which I normally don't mind. That one has a lot. It's like collecting here. I don't know if you can see it. And let's wipe some of that off. There's definitely fallout coming out from it. I don't know if you can like see, it's collecting here. We're gonna take the urban palette now. We're gonna take a brush and pat gently. This also has a lot of fallout. Do you see that? This one had a lot more than that one. Let's move. This one almost has none. Interesting. This one has almost nothing. Very little. What's really interesting to me is that these two shades right here had the most fallout out of all of the ones in the palette, and those were the two that gave me the most problem. Well, this one, Low Blow, gave me problems with blending on this palette. It was the one that didn't blend seamlessly. So it's really interesting to see. The Rimmel one definitely has a lot more fallout, and I feel like drugstore eyeshadows tend to have a lot more fallout. I feel like they're not as well pressed. Oh my god, my laptop is covered in eyeshadow. I feel like drugstore palettes are not pressed as well as a more higher price range eyeshadow palette. I do prefer the way that the Rimmel shadows blended a little bit better than the Urban Decay one. I feel like I had trouble blending the Urban Decay shadows. I really don't like that they stuck to certain areas of the eyes. I liked how these colors diffused out on the eye. Like, I really, when I look at the Rimmel eye, I like how everything around looks. I just don't like how the metallic ruined that like sharp cut crease. But if you're trying to save some coin, honestly, the Rimmel one is super good. All the shades blend out wonderfully. If you don't mind having not a like perfectly defined cut crease, this is for you. It'll give you a really pretty diffused look. But do you see like how it's patching right there? That's the only thing. These mattes seem to be like patchy and sticking and like not blending, but these they're just, you know what, I think the Rimmel palette overall won. The blendability was really nice. The colors didn't stick to anything. The only downside, like I said, is a metallic. Sorry if it was a little bit all over the place. I feel like I've never done a video like this before, so it's a learning lesson. I think I know how I'm going to approach this next time. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. If there's any other palettes you would want me to do this with, or anything you want to see more specifically when I do these type of videos, then definitely let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, until next time, stay classy. Bye.